Jake said that
Probably.
Joltic Fox is better than Miraidon.
It is.
You can tell him how
Yeah,
you
the
feel.
way Felicity just walked in.
Dang, we
Felicity.
That was
studied.
aura. That was aura.
That was.
in my opinion, is the best deck in format. Whether or not you think that Joltic Fox is the best, you are wrong, in my opinion. You can have your opinion, but my opinion
Dang.
is my opinion. Got it?
Yeah.
Felicity, I agree.
That's so
I
funny.
That was like the nicest.
The restrained anger that was behind her.
That was like the nicest way I've ever been told. Like,
No.
to
thank
fuck off.
you.
Welcome everyone to the Attach and Pass podcast. I am Nikki. I am your co-host. I am sometimes here, usually here. I wasn't here last week. I apologize for that. I was in the throes of a sickness. I'm here with my normal co-host, Jake, and we got two TBG guests here. We got Ben and we got Joe.
Hi.
What's up, everyone?
It's been a while since I've been on.
Yeah,
Same
both
with
of
me.
you.
Same with me.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
You know, Nikki. Last week, the view numbers were down, and I think it's because you weren't here.
Sorry. I mean, I was really sick. I was sick for 3 weeks, so I had the flu, as the whole team knows. But I had the flu, and I have never had the flu, and I have never been sick for 3 weeks straight like that. So it was 2 weeks of flu. I then got strep throat from it, so there was another week of that. And now my antibiotics have given me a rash. So we're just going through it right now. I'm like, this is awesome. But
Right.
I called the doctor and they said the rash was non-allergic. They're like, that happens very often on antibiotics. I was like, that's a little weird, don't you think? But like we're living with the rash right now. So but my last day of them is tomorrow, and then I should be normal again. So, but I missed a lot of Pokemon, unfortunately, and a lot of my team, which makes me sad. I missed the podcast too. So you guys did a great job yesterday. Yeah, right. Last week. So, so how have you guys all been? How's everything?
I'm the same as last week.
I was gonna say the start of the season has been awesome so far. I have played in 4 challenges, and I've pointed all 4 challenges, which feels really good. And I
That's
won
awesome.
one. And I also got to run a 32-person League Cup, which I will let Joe talk about more of, because that boy won the whole damn thing.
Woo! Sweeping. Let's go, Joe.
It was a very well run event. Ben, you did a good job, man.
Aww.
Ben has the best store in South Jersey. Come to Hobby Vault. I'll kick your ass if you come to Hobby Vault, but you should still come.
No, you won't. You won't be there because you're gonna be busy paragliding over Switzerland or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That week.
You know, he'll be exploring the Alps, you know, on a cruise in the Bahamas, sipping pina coladas.
In all of these scenarios, he's still playing Pokemon.
Yeah,
and he is still
he's playing Mickey's on his phone.
Doing the Hera grind.
Just there. Which that's another thing to talk about, though. Like, Malachi got second in the Doom Worlds tournament.
While on vacation.
Playing putt-putt.
He was playing putt-putt golf like the entire time.
And he gets second, you know? Yeah, and a funny story. Shout out to Jake for telling me when he has one win already in finals. And he's like, hey, is the new Twitter up and running? Because Mal's in finals and is up by 1. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? What the fuck? I had to rush to make the new Twitter because we just got the logo figured out. Right. And I rushed to make the post because I was like, what the hell? Why did no one tell me this?
I mean, I did tell you.
Yeah, when he was up by 1.
He never actually was up. It was tied. He lost game 1.
Did he lose game 1? I thought he.
Yeah,
No,
we
he-
were all watching the stream. He dropped game 1.
Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure he won game 1 and dropped game 2.
I don't. I was pretty sure he
I'm
dropped
like
game 1.
99%
You lost
sure.
game 1.
I'm
Yeah.
no.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking it up.
oh shoot!
I don't
I
think
should
you'll be able to see
probably
that.
like.
though.
I should probably like be a mod. Real
I mean, we
quick. Give me
can
one
move on. I'm gonna look it up in the background.
Okay. It says Jake's like, I think I'm right. So I'm going
I
to
have
show
to
you I'm
prove
right.
myself.
All I know is that's what Jake told me, and I rushed to make that Twitter account. So please follow the Twitter. It is at Team Boss for Game. We are really putting a lot of effort into it, and the community support has been great already. So thank you everyone who has given us a follow and who has supported us already. It's been great.
I was right.
Really happy. Oh, he's right.
He won game 1.
Oh damn!
Are you guys remembering maybe like top 4 or something?
No, because that was the only one that was streamed was finals.
You know, he won game 1.
Alrighty, fair. Okay.
Game 2.
Game 2 was super bricky. I remember now. He couldn't find cloaks.
Are you sure about that? Because I just scrolled through and I see 3 cloaks.
I'm so wrong.
Dude, check what's up with the memory over there. What's going
So
on?
I think what's happening is, I mean, we were so while Mal wasn't on stream, like we were watching, or he was telling us some of his games, right? Like
yeah,
through the whole thing.
no,
in
he
chat.
wasn't because he wasn't in VC. Cause,
No, but he was typing.
Yeah, he was complaining. It was semis. He was like, I can't find cloaks to save my life.
You know,
Okay.
Oh my god! And yet he still made it to finals. Like,
hold on, that might be
Huge.
There's definitely cloaks there. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters what no one's taking like a test here on like the recall, like your memory recall of like of King Heracross games. Like,
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying, Jake told me information a little too late, and I
Hey, you know what? We
Still
got it
going.
out in time. Shout out to everybody who followed the lodge.
yes.
Hell yeah.
70. I don't know how many is it now. Is it 80? Did we?
We're at
finally-
80.
last time
We're
I
at
checked.
82, I think, when I checked. So almost 100, and it's been up for what, like 4 days
And
or
like, well,
something?
so ever
3.
since you got it up though, like we've all just popped off, right? Like I got 4th
Yeah.
in the Sunnies. Brendan went 6-2 in the same one.
Mm-hmm.
I
Ali
had
won a Mickey. Ben, did you top 8 or top 4?
I top 16 and fell
Top
asleep.
16. Oh, okay. I know you
That's
did
funny.
something and then fell asleep.
I made cut.
Um,
I made cut because they were cutting to a top 16. I was
Joe, you
the
won
3 seed.
Mojis.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, like
Team's been on fire.
We've been taking down all of the Mickeys.
I know. This team is popping off. Like, you guys are doing great. I'm so proud of all of you. Like, I've been sick, so I can't play. However, everyone else playing and doing well makes me happy. So, and you guys are the people I end up test with. So, like, that means I'm just going to end up benefiting. So, I'm
Pittsburgh,
preemptively,
look out.
thank you for
Pittsburgh,
helping me
look
day
out.
2 at Pittsburgh. So, manifesting it. So, but yeah, the team's been doing great. I am so proud of everyone. So with that, before we get to Pittsburgh, though, we have to think about Worlds, which is this week. So, yeah.
It's
So,
in, as of today, it's what, in 2 days?
yeah, that's day
As of
1.
recording, day 1 is 2 days away.
Yeah. So, what better thing to do than make a tier list?
Right.
Tier list.
And because I mean, so like the past 3 weeks, right? We've been gathering all of the teams like calls for Worlds and everything. We don't have your 2 calls yet, but we also have you both here to just make the damn tier list. So
I also want to make my prediction though.
yes,
You will
of
get
course.
to make your prediction after the tier list.
After the tier list, you don't want to just do it now?
No. After, 'cause
All right.
I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah,
either.
because Ben wants to like marinate in all the information, and then make his decision, which I hope so many people do when they look at this tier list and hear the podcast and then make their decision. So,
right.
All right. So,
So I guess we should probably start with the tier list. I know Jake, you're recording it.
I am recording
Um,
it as of right this moment.
Okay.
do we want to start with the elephant in the room, the deck that is the best deck in format according to quite literally every single Mickey right now?
Arch
Golden
Aladon.
Go. Oh no, no, no.
Oh,
Sarah Ledge?
No, let's say Golden Go. Where do we
Yeah.
think Golden Go falls?
Yeah,
I
I think we
mean,
just go with
So-
what comes up.
I want to
Line.
hear. I want to hear Joe's thoughts on Golden Go.
Mhm.
Because I know, look at that face. Look at that face. I'm gonna zoom in on that face in editing.
You
You
know
know,
what
there's a lot to say there.
you know what it says? It says it doesn't beat straight Dragapult.
Listen,
I
I want to hear some detailed thoughts.
Yeah, so I think Goldengo gained the most from the new expansion, right? It got Genesect, which is an inherently ridiculously broken card.
Mhm.
But it also got Air Balloon. So two really, really powerful cards that it gained. And it
Yeah.
already was a pretty inherently powerful and straightforward deck. And I think it takes pretty reasonable matchups into a lot of the stage 2 decks, the Gardevoirs, the Dragapults, and the Grimmsnarls. Especially Grimmsnarl and Gardevoir, I think are quite favored.
As somebody that played
Especially if they're
Grimmsnarl for
playing
a
it
while,
well.
I'm gonna still sit here and say it annihilates Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's favored for Goldengo, and I think Goldengo's made an adjustment where they're now playing 3 or 4 bosses orders, which pushes the envelope even more in the early game because they can go first, Genesect out their Dengos, and then on turn 2 they can boss up a Dreepy, an Impidimp, a Ralts, which they used to not really be able to do aggressively. So I think
Right.
all that being said, Goldengo's a very, very good play. A lot of the decks that counter it probably won't be that popular, like Crustle and Ethan's Typhlosion. So yeah, I'd be comfortable putting Goldengo in A tier. I don't think it's S just because you don't get any agency or skill expression playing the deck like how you do with a lot of the stage 2s, but I think Goldengo is a perfectly fine play for the event, and it's a very strong deck, so I don't think you can go wrong with it.
kind of agree with that. I also think the meta has evolved enough that there is enough hate for Goldango in the meta.
Yeah.
Like you're
Well,
seeing other decks like Terrabox kind of poking their heads up a little more. Some of the decks that can really punish with like Wellspring Ogerpon are poking their heads up.
I've
And
seen
I
some
think
Eevee popping up too.
yeah, and Eevee's playing what's it called? Wellspring and also the Flareon is just brutal for Golden Go.
Yeah.
yeah, but the thing
No.
is, like a lot of these decks, I will say, like at the start of the format, the first week, Goldengo was clearly S tier, and things
Yeah.
have evolved to make it a little bit less good of a play in terms of its matchup spread. But I do still think a lot of the decks that are like hard countering it, like the Crustles, the Typhlosions, Ben mentioned the Flareon,
Mhm.
those decks don't have amazing matchup spreads in my opinion, and won't be heavily played. So I think like if you just want to target the stage 2 decks and you're a good player and you can make a good list, I think Goldengo is completely fine. But I
I
wouldn't
will
put it in S.
say a lot of like Straight Pult and Pult Noir both have like kind of learned how to handle Bango, right? That's the other thing. It took some
Well,
time, but they know how to
I don't
handle.
really think Straight Pult's going to be a popular deck, but Pult Nor, on the other hand, probably will be, in my opinion, the most popular deck by far, in my opinion at
I
least.
mean, yeah,
And I still don't think that matchup is really favored either way. I think
it's a straight up
I
like
think it's
50-50.
pretty close. The only reason I give the edge to the Dragapult is because if a really good player is playing it, they have a lot of room for skill expression. And Dusknoir is just so powerful that you can do so many powerful board wipe turns while Ionoing them to 1. So yeah, I think it's a close matchup, but I don't think you have to really be worried about straight Pult. But Pult Nor you definitely want to know your lines into. But I think it's pretty even matchup.
Fair.
Sick. So I think we're all
Yeah.
set. That's an A tier deck for
Yeah,
sure.
I think we're all under
I already put it
that
there.
same opinion. So I don't have anything to argue against it, honestly. I do think it's a good deck. I think it's a good deck. So it draws cards.
I
It
mean,
draws cards.
It
you're
draws a
never
lot of
mad.
cards and it hits very big numbers, and sometimes that's all you need. And I think that's sometimes the only criteria you need for an A deck sometimes. So
Yeah.
So next up is Dragazard.
I think this might be the worst way to play Dragapult going into this tournament.
I don't like it. It's a brick fest.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the format, I was more into it, but now now that we're at Worlds, it bricks. It just bricks so hard, and the energy acceleration is great, but getting it to energy accelerate is horrendous. Especially with item lock running around, you have some Badoos still hanging out in decks. If the point of the Zard to play it is to help beat Gardevoir, but if it's the Gardevoir Jellicent, it's going to block your rare candies. So it's harder to get your Charizards out them. So I think it's just slow and less effective than any other Dragapult build at this point.
Are we saying D or C?
I also think it's less
think
effective
C.
than straight Zard.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. I think straight Zard is probably better than Dragazard at this point. It gets to the point better, and it has quick search. You don't have quick search in Dragazard. You have the recons, but I don't think D tier. I think C. I think it's like, I don't think it's complete dog shit, which is what D tier stands for.
I think it's D, but I'm willing to do C.
I think there's clear D's on here. Looking at the list,
right.
I don't think Dragazard quite matches those, and I'm willing to contest it later if you want to. So
I can see a whole 2 on here that I would put in D tier.
So my take on Dragazard is that I personally would put it in D tier, just because. So the reason you would play Dragazard instead of the other Dragapult variants, theoretically, is because you gain a better matchup into Gardevoir because you have Charizard, and you gain a better matchup into Goldengo because you have Chi-Yu. But in my opinion, the problem lies with, you add the Charizard, you play the Arven engine, and you make your deck more consistent to beat Gardevoir, but you still don't actually beat Gardevoir. And the other problem is Dragapult Dusknoir and straight Dragapult, and I know I said straight Dragapult isn't going to be a popular deck, but Poltnor will be. Those matchups are absolutely horrendous. And if you can't have any game plan into Dragapult Dusknoir, your deck is inconsistent, and the matchups you're supposed to beat in Goldengo and Gardevoir aren't even that great of matchups. To me, there's absolutely no reason to play the deck except for the fact that you have a decent Goldengo matchup potentially with Chi-Yu. Your Gardevoir matchup's like, eh. And like, you also like probably beat Grimmsnarl if you're a good player and you utilize Monkey Dory and you utilize your Charizard on Fair Stamp correctly, but I just don't see it having a good matchup spread, and it's inconsistent. And Arven in this format, with Badoo being so popular, is just too risky, in my opinion.
Right.
All right, that convinced me. I'm moving it to D.
Yeah, I think those are all good points. Because I mean, any other variant of Pult, you're right, just beats Dragazard easily. Because they can control the board state, they can control the damage counters. If you don't give them the prize cards, then Charizard just sits there hitting for 180 and it's useless.
Exactly. Yep. Like what a lot of the Poltnor and straight Polts will do is they'll just sit behind Badoo, they'll build their board, and they'll just wait until you get the Dragapult EX and the Charizard out. Don't take any prizes. Force your board so that even if they boss a Cloak or something, or boss a Monkey, you still have backup. And then from there, you just keep putting damage without taking a KO. And they also have no out to a Maractus that straight Polt plays. So
yeah,
the other Polts have way too much control over the game, and I don't think that's a matchup you can afford to take such a, like, it's not even close. Like, you're getting demolished by other Polts. It's not like, if it was close, maybe there'd be an argument that Dragazard's pretty 50-50 into most of the field, but you can't just take an almost auto loss to Dragapult Dusknoir. You just can't.
Yeah, with how popular it's become in the last week. Yeah. You can't. You need to be able to beat Polt Noir, and if you can't, then
deck to beat at this point.
At least has to be a close-ish matchup. Like, you can't just, it's like a 30-70. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I think we've settled that's D tier.
Yes.
I think next is one of my personal favorite decks. that I know that not many two people are high on, but I think is a very good pick for this weekend, and that's Flareon.
I'm gonna just instantly argue and say it loses to Guardy
Yeah, but like,
and
are we?
Dragapult.
It does not lose to Dragapult.
It
Good
does
players
lose
don't
to
lose to
Dragapult.
Dragapult.
I
I
will
mean,
best of 7 you with Polt Noir. It loses to Polt Noir.
I anyway. I don't think it's that bad of a matchup, but I
I think
also
it destroys
totally.
Dango and Grimmsnarl pretty well.
But I think that those might be the two decks.
I don't think it destroys Grimmsnarl.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't destroy Grimmsnarl, but it destroys Dango.
It
Yeah.
beats Dango, and yeah, the more we're
I
talking, the
think
less I'm high on it.
I think I think it's a fine deck. I'd put it above Dragazard. I'd probably put it in C tier or B tier. The problem is, like Jake said, you just don't take a good Gardevoir matchup at all. And
No.
Dragapult Dusknoir, I would give the edge to Flareon, but I think it's a very, very small edge. But I do think you lose to like straight Dragapult. I mean, overall, your matchup spread isn't really that bad if you can dodge Gardevoir.
Like,
But I think if you're going to play a deck that loses to Gardevoir, you want to have better matchups into the other decks, and you want to be a more consistent deck. And that's what I think the
yeah.
problem is with
Yeah,
Flareon is the
Flareon is
consistency of the
literally,
deck.
oh, I misplayed, I lose. Like,
It's
you have
very
Yeah.
to
punishing
play
with
it
that. It's very hard to
perfect.
play. It's super
Yeah.
bricky, which just compounds how much harder it is to play because you're put in these situations where you don't have many options. Um,
This is
but I
also
do
where
think, like in theory, it has good matchups here and
that
there.
also
Like I
does.
wouldn't even mind putting it like in B, to be honest. I just
I'm
like
fine with the bottom of B, top of
I
C.
would never walk in with how bad its Guardy matchup is. But I guess if you're looking to beat all the Dangos,
Yeah, I would put a B. I would feel pretty good with it in B. You
I mean,
also have to
if
think.
you feel confident that you can beat Goldengo, Dragapult, and Grit, if you feel confident that you can beat all the top decks besides Gardevoir, it probably is not that bad of a play.
that's fair.
It's just not a very consistent deck. So I think a lot of your good matchups in theory, in practicality, don't work out how you want them to because a lot of these Noctowl decks are just so susceptible to late game disruption and gust cards.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the Iono hurts this deck so badly. You get the late game Iono, and if you are not drawing what you need off of the top deck, it's over. You've lost. You've lost entirely.
Yep.
Oh, I think
I
B's
like the
good. I
top of
think that's
C
where
or
I
low
would be
B.
happy.
Yeah.
I'm fine with either.
I
I'm
will
fine
say
with either.
the misplays are probably a little less common at Worlds with whoever's playing this to Worlds.
That's a good point. The people playing it will play it to a higher level
That's
than on
fair.
average. So yeah, I'm fine with bottom of B, and I wouldn't be shocked if one snuck into a high placement.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
we have a what might be controversial opinions here on this one. It's Guardy Jelly.
Oh, this is D tier, probably the worst way to play Gardevoir, and I have
See,
some of like the hottest takes on this deck.
so here's I'm gonna ask a question before we actually like tier it, right? When we say Guardy Jelly, is that more than a 1/1 jelly?
Yes, that has to be more than a 1/1 jelly.
Well, with that, then I'm gonna say it's C. I think it ruins the consistency entirely to have more than a 1/1 jelly in it, um, and you lose your skill expression entirely if not entirely, but you lose your skill expression comparatively to just regular, good old fashioned Gardevoir when you put the Jellicent in. And it's just to have it's so you can item lock. Like, so you want to put in 4 extra cards to do what one Badoo would do if that's really your goal. I just think it's weak. I don't think it's the worst play. I don't think it's a good play. Um, so I would say C.
Joe M. Guardy?
I would put Gardevoir Jellicent in A tier personally.
See, I knew we were
Yeah.
gonna have a disconnect here.
Yeah.
I'd say B, so I'm like stuck in the middle here.
This is just one of those decks where we're all gonna have different placements for it.
But I want to hear Joe's argument.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe M. Gardy. Let's go.
Yeah, so I do still think most likely that straight Gardevoir might be the better play for this tournament, but I do still think Gardevoir Jellicent is one of the best decks in the format. I think the Jellicent gives you a lot more options into straight Gardevoir's worst two matchups, which are Goldengo and Grimmsnarl. So against Grimmsnarl, if you play the Jellicent package and you're full committing to that, that means you probably have one or two Devos in your deck, and that also probably means that you have a Klefki in your deck. And those combinations of cards against Grimmsnarl are, if played correctly, absolutely devastating for their board state. Because what you can do is you can control the monkey battle with Klefki, and then you can Devo with a Jellicent in the active, wiping the Grimmsnarls and making it so that they can never get back into Grimmsnarl, and you just completely run away with the game and take advantage of the board state.
Okay.
Now, that's still difficult to do because Grimmsnarl is a dark type with 320 HP and an amazing attack, and you have a bunch of Monkey Dories on your board. But I think if played very, very well by the Gardevoir Jellicent player, you can just completely eliminate their Grimmsnarls from the board. And then against Goldengo, which is the other really bad matchup for straight Gardevoir, Item Lock has obviously always been very good against Goldengo, especially in the later game. So if you can use the Frillishes in the early game, bait out resources, and then get them into a board state where you can just keep attacking with Jellicent and they can't respond to it, um, I think is extremely powerful. Now the problem is that the Goldengos play a lot of bosses orders, so you're really going to have to play out of your mind and really keep track of their resources in order to abuse this item lock. But I think if you do that, I think your Goldengo and your Grimmsnarl matchups can become a lot closer at the expense of the consistency of your deck. So I think if like a Henry Chow were to pilot a deck like this, he could win Worlds. But I think it's like a super skill expressive deck, and your deck is super clunky. But I still think inherently it's probably one of the most powerful decks in the room.
I will mention, because you said the Grimmsnarl matchup, and I am the Grimmsnarl believer, limitless data from the latest online tournaments
It's
has
30-70, I'm pretty sure.
it is 73% favored Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, and that makes
Gardevoir
complete
is
sense to me.
61% favored Grimmsnarl. You lose a whole 10% by putting four
Yeah, and
jellyfish in
that
your deck.
those numbers don't surprise me at all because I think, again, I do think that these numbers are all BS because at the end of the day, we're talking about Worlds here. We're talking about extremely good players, and I don't think the online Gardevoir Jellicent cohort is very good, as we've seen by the results of the deck. And I think a lot of the better Gardevoir players have just gravitated towards the normal Gardevoir deck. Um, but I do think in the hands of a good Gardevoir Jellicent player, you gain win percentage into your two worst matchups as straight Guardy. But I could be proven wrong. I haven't actually played much of the deck, but I do believe in it.
Oh man, we
So,
are all such different places on this.
I'm gonna make my argument for B. It's in between everything that everyone else said. That's
I'm
my
fine
whole
with that.
argument.
Thanks,
That's your whole
Jake.
argument. Thanks, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
I
Jake
would
the fence sitter.
I would be comfortable in B or C, but I wouldn't go higher than B.
And I'm just gonna say let's jump ahead and just do straight Guardy next while we're talking about this Guardy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, are we good with B on that, or we want to go?
I think straight Guardy is higher.
No, I meant no for Jelly Guardy. Are we putting Jelly Guardy in B?
I think I'm putting Jelly Guardy in B.
I'm fine with it
Okay.
in B. I said C, but it seems like everyone else is, that seems to
I
be where
mean,
the
you know
average
where
is
I'm at with
falling.
it. Yeah.
It's just so I'll elaborate a little bit more. My reasoning for B is if it is at Worlds, if anyone takes it to Worlds, as Joe said, those are all great players. They're gonna do good with it. It's Gardevoir.
I think we're moving over to regular Guardy. I think I think that is either A or S. I think it is so
That's
good.
that's
I
the
mean, it's
argument.
Gardevoir.
People, there's definitely some people that want to just throw it an S. I feel like it's not
I've
S
just
anymore. Top
I
of
have
A maybe.
I would be A. I would
I,
be good with
I would
A.
agree with top of A.
I've heard whispers from I'm not going to name names because they're friends and they're playing at Worlds, but a lot of competitors are very high on just straight Guardy right now.
And I
And
mean,
they
it's
think
it's a good deck. It's won how many regionals this season?
it is
um,
the highest earning deck in all-time history of Pokemon.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, that is an insane
it,
statistic to
it
think
is
about.
so good. Um, it's
I
just
just don't
good.
think it's S.
I think
I just
that
think that the meta is a little hostile for it. I think it gets caught in the crossfire of the Goldango hate too a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, and that's why I hesitate to put in an
Well,
S tier.
it beats all the decks that beat Goldengo.
Yeah, but it loses to Goldango more often than not.
Yeah. So like
Yeah,
my argument around, I would put Straight Guardian the top of A.
That's where I'm. That's where I
What
have it
what I
sitting
that's
while
where
we
I would
what
discuss
I
it.
had
too.
mentioned with the Guardy Jelly is that Straight Gardevoir's two worst matchups, and again, these aren't unwinnable by any means, but they're
Right.
unfavored. Grimmsnarl and Goldango. To me, that's a little sus to take two bad matchups to two high profile decks. And I
Yeah.
also think your Dragapult Dusknoir matchup is pretty even.
Yeah,
It's very
Especially if
even.
you
It,
play
it
data
really
against.
depends
reinforces
on who
that.
sets up quicker.
I think, well, to be honest, I think it's who's playing the deck. Like, I think it's just a skill, like a skill matchup. So, that being said, if the arguably, right, Grimmsnarl, Goldengo, and Gardevoir. I mean, Grimmsnarl, Goldengo, and Dragapult Dusknoir are definitely going to be in the top 5 most played. Definitely, they could even be the top 3. And you're not really like ultra favored into any of it. It's kind of just like even, unfavored, unfavored. To me, that's a little
Right.
bit suspect. But I do still think inherently it's one of the strongest decks in the format, and some of the best players in the world are going to be bringing it this weekend. Think it's going to do well. Think it's a great deck. I'd put it at the top of A.
Yeah, I think we can
Yeah,
agree with that.
I just don't think you can be an S tier deck if you're taking two bad matchups to two
Right.
really good decks.
Yeah.
yeah.
All
I
right.
think that you're yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is the
That
actual
is
S tier deck.
Here's the actual S tier deck. Let's go.
Oh, Andrea's gonna be Andrea all the way across the country right now is gonna hear us talking about it and be like, oh,
Listen,
oh.
I don't even think it's as dog shit as Poltzart. I would put this in C. Just like I feel like I don't even need to elaborate that.
Wait,
Joe's
what deck?
not looking at
Yeah,
the,
Joe
Oh,
the
he's
doesn't
tier
not
list,
have
looking
just
at
so
the.
you
it.
know. So you
Oh.
have to announce it.
Wait,
Oh, so
hold up,
it's
hold
how.
up.
Oh,
Don't tell him, don't tell him. Based
well, I
off
already.
what we said, what do you think it is?
It's just
Damn.
blank.
All right, it's Ho-Oh Box.
I mean, I'd put it in like D.
I also would put it. I wouldn't go much higher
I
than
was trying to be
You
D.
just
I
get
was trying to be
absolutely destroyed
nice.
by
Come on.
Dragapult, Gardevoir, Grimmsnarl.
Can we at least put it above
What
Poltzart?
does it fucking beat?
Uh,
I don't think it's
it.
above Pulsar.
I just really don't
At
like
least
Poltzart.
Pulsar's like a functioning deck with good cards in it.
Hey,
Come on.
some of those cards in that deck are good, like Wellspring Ogre Pawn
What do you want?
Listen,
Sure.
and
sure. All right, I'll put it
Sure.
at the
Durant
bottom.
EX is such a
Does
good card.
does anyone argue with bottom of D tier so far?
I
Nope, I
mean,
do not argue with that.
I think there's going to be maybe something else that goes bottom of D tier, but we'll get there. So,
Oh yeah, I
Right.
definitely can see one.
One.
I think the next deck, I think we might have mentioned in the intro. I don't know if we're gonna leave that as the intro. We'll see.
To be
Joltik.
determined.
Yeah, to
Yes.
be determined if that'll be an intro, a short, what it'll be. But shout out my kid. It's Joltik Iron Hands. Joltik.
Joltik box.
Joltik box.
I don't like this deck.
It's straight up A tier just to make Joe hate himself.
Ooh,
I think the
ooh.
highest I would ever put this is B tier.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say low B tier. I think is where this deck probably lands at this point.
He's
I know
still
he's
not
so
happy
mad.
with it.
He's so mad. Its
Would you
strength
want it
is
higher,
against.
Joe?
Yeah,
Joe, you want it higher? We could get it up to S if you wanted an S.
we could put in an S.
That'd be
Joe.
such an abysmal format.
Joe, this deck just wins games, man. You don't even have to try with it.
So, like, my opinion on this deck is that, like, I won my first challenge this season, and my last round was a best of 3 against Joltik, and game 1 scooped super early. Game 2 and game 3, absolutely, were just like so. Iono, oh, I bricked him, I win. Iono, oh, I bricked him, I win. This deck just loses to any sort of disruption.
Yeah, but sometimes it
Like,
also just wins. The thing about
yeah,
this deck is it doesn't matter who's playing it; it plays itself.
yeah, but like World's competitors are not going to eat crayons on stage at Worlds.
You
That's
never
a
know.
lie. People are taking Raging Bolt.
Yeah.
I would
Someone's
take
taking
Raging
Bolt.
Bolt. I would take Bolt before I would take this deck. There is at
Okay,
least agency and
but
skill playing Raging Bolt.
Oh
I
my
have to
god,
knock
Jake.
towel and make decisions.
I just want to make a video clip of all of Joe's reactions during all this.
Yeah,
Like,
just
there is at
like
least some agency to playing Raging Bolt. There is nothing to Joltik box. There's
All right, so
literally no skill. Oh, I Joltik charge.
we
Oh,
can't put Joltik like in D though. It
no,
wins
I
too
think
many
it is.
games for that.
It has good matchup spread, so it has to be B or C.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I would put it in C tier. It's a good deck. It is, but there's no agency. My
What is
thing
it?
is, if you lose to Gardevoir and Dragapult Dusknoir, how in your right fucking mind could you play this deck?
Alrighty, C it is.
It loses
Yay!
It loses to arguably the two best decks that the two best players or the two the skill expressive players play are those
Yeah.
two decks.
Right.
And your brain dead Joltik box, you have no chance.
I think it's, that's the play see, here's the thing is you play Joltik box if you want to go 0-3 and drink. So
Fair.
Oh, that's the Vegas play. That's the Vegas play.
listen.
Yeah, maybe you
So,
will
listen,
high roll.
Anaheim. You don't
listen,
want to
high
get
roll in Vegas
drunk
with it.
at California Adventure. Like
Listen, while we're talking about Joltik box, let's talk about its brain dead cousin Maridon.
yes,
Oh,
let's go.
oh,
thought
my
Raging
kid's
Bull
gonna
was the
come
brain
fight
dead
you
cousin.
again.
It's a whole brain dead family tree.
Yeah, I mean,
going
yeah, it's a
on.
big family tree, man.
I would put and maybe we can make this quick. I would put Maridon in F tier.
I was just gonna
That's
put it
funny.
in C right next to Joltik.
I think that's fair. I think that's
I
fair.
like it in B personally. I think it is B tier.
You just lose to Badoo.
You do
You
just lose
don't,
to
though.
Badoo, actually.
Yeah.
And again, I'll say the same shit. You lose
That's
to
why they-
Gardevoir and Dragapult Dusknoir. How could you possibly play a deck that loses?
That's
Alright.
why they go next to each other.
I'm putting it above Poltzard though, because Poltzard. All right.
No, put,
My
put Maridon in F. For the love of
I don't
There's
have
no
an F.
F. There's no
make
F.
it.
Make
Make
an
it.
F.
I would have to completely rearrange the
All right,
entire.
put it in the bottom of D, but I want it known to the viewers that it is an F.
That's crazy.
I can't wait for it to win Worlds. So
Yeah.
I can't wait.
That's
for
that's
Jesse
Nikki's
Parker to
call
win
for Worlds.
Nikki, I'm sorry.
That's
Actually,
okay.
I'm actually gonna
The
make my
call
Worlds
is a
cover.
joke. I
All right.
never was being serious with the Maridon
But
call. I
next
think it's
up-
funny.
I know.
Next up is my call for Worlds, and I
So
will
I-
argue for it to be an A tier.
I think
this
it's
deck
B.
It's
I
A.
think it's B.
And
It's
for
not.
Joe's
It's
benefit-
not
Hold on,
cracked.
he
For
doesn't
Joe's
It's not
know.
benefit,
cracked.
it is
He
Zoroark.
doesn't know still.
Zorark.
I knew what it was.
Well,
I-
Joe listens to the podcast, so
listen,
he knows what your pick
You want to
is.
say it's not cracked, but it is cracked. It just hasn't been revealed yet because it's Alex Szymanski's Worlds play, and he's going to win with it.
I have a list from somebody who is playing at Worlds this weekend who is
Because
playing
they
Zoroark.
Because they know what's good.
And this particular person has a very good list. It is got answers for that they have explained to me, has answers for almost everything. And I think this deck is very, very good. And I would probably put it in.
It is the straight up counter call. It beats Dango. It beats Guardy. It can beat Pult. It beats Raging Bolt. What's it lose to?
Don't
doesn't
know.
beat Golden Go. I mean, it doesn't
It
beat
It
does.
does.
Raging Bolt.
It bodies
With
Golden Go.
Darmanitan, it does.
No, I
Darmanitan.
meant to say Raging Bolt, not Golden Go.
Yeah, I
It
was gonna
doesn't
say.
beat
I don't
Raging Bolt. It
think it
has
beats
lines
Raging
into
Bolt.
it with the Darmanitan and the counter catchers and the reversals and whatnot.
Right.
It's not favored, but I don't think it matters because I would put Raging Bolt in F tier as well.
I don't
So to
like.
me, Zoroark is an A tier play because I do think what Jake said's true. Your Golden Go matchup's pretty good. Your Gardevoir matchup is really good.
Mhm.
And your Dragapult matchup, in my opinion, is favored across all three variations of it. Dragazard might actually be the scariest, which is
I
we
do
already
That's fair,
think
established,
yeah.
that you have
probably the worst.
The thing is that Ben's talking about a list that we don't know about. That's not revealed to us.
I'm just thinking of
So-
like all out Blitzel's list that he played in the Mickey, the 2-2 Darmanitan.
Sure,
You
and
have
that's
the
a good
reversals in
list.
the Hilda.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, to me, that does have a good spread into the Gardevoir, into the Dragapult, and into
It
the
has a
Golden
good
Go.
spread,
I'm
but
not
I've
sure
played
how
it.
the base model matchup
I've
is.
played Blitzel's list, and it is good, but that thing is its own worst fucking enemy too.
Yeah,
Because
this is
it
where I was
bricks
gonna
itself.
go.
It
Well-
fucking bricks itself, and that's why I'm saying it's B. Because unless someone figured out that fucking issue with that deck, it will get into like top 32, and then it's gonna shit itself. That is how this deck is going to go. Because it fucking bricks so bad, and it's
That is-
miserable.
So does
That is my
Gardevoir,
biggest
so does
fear.
Dragapult. And I also think, like, Zoroark's a deck you probably need hundreds of games and tons of reps and a lot of thinking about the list and the matchup to play even close to optimally. So I do think, like, anyone that picked it up and didn't play, like, a shitload of games with it is probably just going to struggle because it's a hard deck to play. You're going to have consistency issues. It's just like Dragapult and Gardevoir. I personally would put Zoroark in A tier, but I could still see it like not doing anything at Worlds. But I do think if the right person brings it with the right list and they hit the right matchups and they play at a high level, they could go far.
My argument's also for A, but I'd be comfortable with top of
I'd
B.
be fine putting it in B. My pick would be A, bottom of A. Actually, maybe we should put it in B because I don't think it's on the same level as a Golden Go and a Gardevoir, just like inherently.
Yeah, it just beats both of them.
Right. Like it has like you're playing it more for the matchup spread than like the inherent power of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top of B actually makes sense, I think.
Above the Guardy Jellicent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Just
I'm
Guardy
forcefully
Jelly
saying
hasn't proved
yes.
itself. Guardy Jelly hasn't proved itself at all, but I think it will.
All right. Next
I
up
don't
is
know anything about this next one, so.
all right. Well, next up is Trash Box.
I
What?
don't know.
It's Ogre Box.
Ogre Box.
Dude.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. There's worse decks
Put
than
it-
Maridon on here.
Just put it in F or D or whatever the hell it is. It doesn't
the
belong in-
bottom D.
I
Or it doesn't deserve
disagree
our-
with this sentiment actually, and I'm gonna defend the Ogre Box.
Here we
You lose
go.
to Gardevoir. You lose to Dragapult Dusknoir.
You lose
Tell
to
me-
any opponent with a brain.
Okay, so you basically auto Golden Go.
Sure.
Sure.
You have Wellspring Ogre Pond basically turn one, going second almost every time.
That's not true.
I mean,
Going second, you just have you have to have the energy in the Crispin. Or
you don't
the
need
Teal
the
Dance and the
Crispin.
E-Switch.
You have Ogre
Or the
Mask.
Crystal.
No, you don't. You don't even play that. You have Ogre Mask. You just need E-Switch, double Teal Mask, and
I
a way to
mean,
put the
Until your
Wellspring
item
in the
locked, and then
discard.
you can't do
That's
anything.
not like a guarantee to
You
hit all
need
that.
it's very doable.
It can happen. That's fair.
I've
That's
dinked
fair.
with this deck. I've tried it. It's very doable.
That's fair.
I think this deck is better than anything in C tier right now, and that's where it sits.
But again, you lose to the arguably the best two decks.
Yeah. So does the other two decks in C tier.
We only have one deck in C tier.
Yeah.
Oh, I put Maride on there. I put it back in D.
I think Jolted
probably
Box
fine
is
with it
definitely
there.
a better play than the Ogre deck.
All right, put it in D tier. Move on.
I'll tell you what. I'll put it above
I
Miraidon.
could be wrong on that. I could be wrong.
I think it's better
But
than Armor Rouge.
I'll
I think
put it.
it's
I'll put it above Armor
so do
Rouge.
I think it's better than Ho-Ho as well.
okay. Fun deck, good deck. Charizard time.
Charizard, yay! It's
All of us-
inconsistent because you need like a lot of stuff going on for it.
I was gonna say I think all of us have played Charizard to a major before, and we all think that it
Yes.
is now
Not me.
washed and bad.
I never have.
Oh yeah, you played Guardy to Baltimore while all of us played Charizard.
Okay, I didn't play it to Baltimore. I played it to Knoxville back when it was actually the BDIF.
I played it to Indy, so
I would
Either way,
probably
I
put
think
it
the
in
deck
C
is
tier.
really inconsistent and has a really hard time dealing with decks like Gardevoir still. Like you're supposed to beat Gardevoir and it doesn't
I
feel like you
don't
beat
think it's favored
Gardevoir.
in. I once again think that Charizard is unfavored in the Gardevoir and Dragapult Dusknoir.
Yeah.
And if you want to
Everyone thinks Charizard beats Gardevoir, but they just can use Mew EX plus Adrenabrine and just kill two Zards back to back. They can Drifloon blow up the Pidgeot. They can Mind Bend. They could utilize Iono. They just have control of you. Like, sure, you're a big Dark type, but they just have way too many ways around it. Mew EX is absolutely ridiculous in that matchup.
Yeah.
yeah, and it loses to Pult Noir because they just control the game. Again, it's the same arguments as Dragozard coming in.
Destroyed
Yeah.
by Pult.
But like
Yeah.
it's still like
It has the Chi-Yu for Goldengo,
good.
but
It can beat Golden Go.
It
Sure.
can beat Golden Go. It can beat the Zoroark. It can beat other
No
stuff.
one cares about Zoroark. Not going to be a popular deck.
I'm okay with it being in C tier, personally.
In
like
T tier,
Yeah, I
tier
think
T.
it had its time. It had its time in the beginning of the format when people were down on Pult and Golden Go had all the hype in the world. But the format has just evolved all around Dragapult, so
yeah,
you can't play Charizard.
yeah.
Above or below Joltik?
I would put it above.
Yeah, I think it's above Joltik.
That's where I put it.
I do still think a good player playing Charizard could like navigate their way to a good placement.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. Good
Yeah.
player playing any of these could be could do fine.
Not Joltik box.
Apparently not Joltik box though.
Or Miraidon, or Ogre Box, or Ho Box, or Dragozard.
So next up is S tier deck, and like, do we even really need to discuss why?
Yeah, I was gonna say this is very clearly.
I mean, I think we should discuss it.
Yeah, I think we have to discuss it. Like, come on, guys, don't be lazy.
Everything.
Again, the Pult Noir.
Jake, you want to take this?
Go ahead, Jake. You've been playing a lot of it.
I have been playing a lot of it because it beats everything. So there are some issues sometimes, right? Like, just like any other deck in this format, sometimes it does poop itself. But it takes what feels like at worst a 50-50 into pretty much almost every single deck here, except for Straight Pult. And as Joe has mentioned multiple times, Straight Pult's not going to be that popular. So, like, that's your only matchup that you're taking a negative, is like what it feels like. Maybe Zoroark. You know what? To be fair, I haven't even tried the Zoroark matchup.
That probably is still like fine.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
Because you have ways to OHKO the Zoroark. That's usually the problem.
Again, it's not going to be popular.
Right.
I think Dragapult Dusknoir is the 50-50 deck of the format. It has the widest matchup spread, the most skill expression. I think it's by far the best deck for the Worlds, and it should be an S tier alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's been dominating the online scene.
It's just so good.
It's so good.
The only weakness it has is that the consistency of the deck is not great.
Right.
It's the only problem it has.
But like,
it can beat every single deck. Maybe
when
like
a good player is playing
a good Gardevoir. Like that's probably what I'd be the most scared of, is like Henry Chow and Gardevoir. Like someone really good on Gardevoir. But I think if you are a really good player and you know the deck, maybe even innovate within the list a card or two, I think this deck should be the favorite to win Worlds.
Yeah. It feels like it has lines into literally everything.
It has answers to everything.
Yeah. Well, it's hitting all the numbers it needs. Once you put the Noir into the equation, you're hitting 330.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's inherently one of the strongest decks of all time.
You know what it does in one shot? You're forgetting the one shot that it can't do.
Mamoswine.
Mamoswine.
Oh, there's two.
That's fine.
We're forgetting the other
Where's the
one.
Mamoswine?
Slow King.
Slow King?
Or Slacking.
I was gonna say
Slacking.
Slow King?
Oh,
No,
Slacking.
You could
Slacking.
just like
Slow-
use a Drenabrine or another Dusclops or a Halucha. Like there's a million damage modifications.
Also, if you're playing Slacking to Worlds, what are you doing? Do
If
you care
anyone
about the
plays
50 grand?
No, listen. If anyone plays Slacking to Worlds, you're a goat.
The goat. The
Hey, you know
goat.
what? The Slacking is more limitless entries than me.
That's fair.
You know what? We'll move on.
We'll move on to another F tier deck according to Joe.
Right.
Raging
Wait,
Bolt.
we're not gonna keep talking about Dragon Dust.
What
Well,
else
do
do
you
you
have
have to
anything else
say?
to
You
say?
clearly have other things to say. Go ahead.
Well, I personally think it's going to be the most popular deck,
100%.
and I think I've seen a lot of tier lists, people putting it like 9, 10, 11, 12%. I think it's going to be
It's-
like 18%.
I think
Just
20.
Dragapult Dusknoir.
I would say
I'm-
20. Yeah, I was gonna say 20.
You guys
Like
say
not
this.
all the Dragapult variants together, just straight Dragapult Dusknoir. I think it will push towards that 20. I think it'll be closer to 20% than 10%.
I think if you've been waffling on what deck to play and then this guy has popped up in the last 2 weeks and you did not decide to start running games with it, you're an idiot. Like like if you have not been locked in on a deck in the last 2 weeks and you saw this thing running around, like I'm sorry, like you're making a bad decision. Like whatever you decided on in the last 4 days is not the play, probably. Like
I have an
Right.
It's
interesting
also so
question on
hard to
this.
counter it. Like
yeah,
you can't really. It just doesn't.
Because
It's
we
like
don't
not
have
a
side up.
counterable deck. But that I'm telling you right now, Psyduck wouldn't have really even made a difference. Like you can just there's so many ways around Psyduck,
It also
and
just
like you
takes
have to
up a
put it on your
slot.
bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it. There's
So I
so
have a
many ways
question for you
around it.
guys.
Yeah, it could slow you down a
Okay.
bit. But
Relating to the last year's Worlds to this year's Worlds, how do you think that it is over or under the day 2 meta percentage of Reggie Drago?
it's gonna
Because we
be
all
under,
know
'cause
that
wasn't
Reggie
like 30%?
Drago dominated day 2 of Worlds last
What
year.
was
That's
the day
different.
2 percentage?
I think it'll be under.
It'll be under, and it's because Reggie Drago had an established place in the meta for months. And
Yeah.
regardless of the format change, Reggie Drago was the most popular deck picked multiple times. And
That
so
wasn't though, Nikki. You got to think about that. No, Reggie Drago got popular after Worlds. NAIC, there was only like one in like top.
It wasn't established until
It wasn't
Worlds.
established. It was
Because
online
Kieran-
tournament.
oh, you know what? I'm
out.
getting my timeline mixed up. You're
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, 'cause
Kieran came out that
NAIC
set.
Where was the
Yeah.
highest Reggie Drago at NAIC? It was 43rd.
It was Jacob I think, and he was playing
Yeah.
a completely whacked list. He basically invented the deck.
Yeah.
So Reggie Drago at Worlds last year. Hold on, I'm pulling it up real quick.
It was 25% in day 1.
That's crazy memory you got, Joe. You got like negative memory on Ben here.
He has studied
like-
this shit.
And like Joe's just like boom, 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 boom.
So it was 27% of day 2.
I don't think
I'm not
Polnar's
gonna
gonna
lie.
reach that.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I just think
I
there's
would-
enough
One out of
variety
4
in this
decks.
format. There's enough variety in this format compared to that format that I don't think it's going to beat that number.
You're
I
saying
don't think it's gonna
over
get
1
close
out
to
of 4
that in
decks.
day 1. I don't think it's gonna get close to that in day 1, but I could see it just converting out of its mind.
That's fair,
I
actually.
I'm not going to predict that it's going to be that high. I'm still going with the under, but I just wouldn't be shocked if like.
Right.
I also want to mention Psyduck is legal for Worlds from what I've read.
That's
See,
another issue.
I don't
yeah.
think that's true.
It's not
because
on the
we
ban
don't
list,
have one.
but it's not out yet. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it's out in Japan. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at
But
the
it's
World's
not
ban list.
out. I mean, shouldn't if anyone should know, shouldn't it be like you?
Yeah, I'm almost.
Mr.
I don't think it's going to
90%
be legal because it shouldn't be on the ban list because it's not a legal card.
Yeah, because
Like, it's not in
Because
standard.
We're not
Yeah.
also playing. We're not playing in the Japan format.
yeah,
either.
we play TPCI standard, not Japanese standard,
That's
exactly.
fair. I just feel like they didn't list it on the ban
because
list.
they don't
You know
have
what?
to.
Actually,
It
more
doesn't
clarification
exist in
around it.
standard.
There's a way
There
to
should have
find
been
out
more
right now.
clarification.
Can you build it on RK9?
That's fair. That's fair.
Because if not, then it's not legal.
I just remember seeing a lot of Twitter discussion about whether
There's
or not
no
it
way
was
it's legal.
It's
would've
in a
been
I
way
forgot
mega.
that
It's
we
in
are
a mega
TPCI.
promo set.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way
If
it's
it-
legal when we don't
if it
have
is
access to
legal,
it.
If it is legal, that's complete bullshit.
I
Anyway.
mean, it can't. They can't make that legal when it's only printed in Japanese. So
Yeah.
We've had it before
Anyway,
where only certain regions have gotten prints of a card and it has been legal for a major. We've had like European, there was like a Lucario or a Riolu where it was relevant and we didn't get it because it was only printed in Europe as like a blister promo in Europe.
but there was an English version of that card if it was
There was
printed.
an English version, it was just it wasn't.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Is there's
Okay.
no English version of Psyduck available in standard right now.
Yeah. No,
So,
I agree with you guys. I was just wondering if like cuz I didn't see the resolution of what the Twitter discourse was.
There is no resolution. We'll find out at Worlds.
Yeah. That's Twitter. Yay.
All right.
Okay. Back to the F tier deck.
Raging Bulk.
Raging Bulk.
I would put it in D. You lose the Gardevoir, you
Yeah.
lose the Dragapult.
It's-
Goldengo even got a lot worse too. So there's no reason to play it except for that. Maybe
Yeah.
you're like slightly favored into Grimmsnarl, but probably not against the world's caliber Grimmsnarl player.
You're definitely favored
like-
in a Grimmy, but like not by as much as people
I don't
think.
think I actually like going into Worlds. I don't think you beat anything that's good.
Yeah, it's D. It's slop.
All right.
Alrighty. Next is the deck I think is
You know what? I'm just gonna delete this one. I don't even
No,
want to talk about
We
it.
got to talk about it. You know we have to.
It's garbage. I don't want to play this game, so I'm just not going to. That's what the deck.
It's
Crustle.
Crustle. Yep.
It's your resident Snorlax enjoyer, your resident pitch control enjoyer.
No, this is so much worse than Snorlax. Snorlax, you actually did something. This one, you like look at your hand. Like, look, here's your average Crustle play. You're like, well, my hand's shit. Hopefully, my opponent Ionos me into something. Anyway, you can't hurt me.
I think Crustle is probably A tier. Like as a play for Worlds, I think Crustle is A tier. And
No.
I am totally cool with everybody
You
disagreeing
lose
with
to
me.
Guardy. You straight up
Yeah,
lose to Guardy.
I was gonna say, don't you lose to Guardy?
To
Yeah, but what else
Poltnoir.
do you lose to there?
You lose to
Poltnoir?
Poltnoir.
Poltnoir,
Yeah,
don't
it
lose
blows
to
everything
Poltnoir.
up.
Jamming Tower, Shadowbind, Curse Blast.
Yeah, you literally attack with Dusk Noir
Monkey
and you just
Dory.
win.
Yeah, but like you have to get that established.
That's fair.
Which is
I
pretty
think I do
easy
think
against
the
that
matchup.
bricky ass deck.
I do think the matchup is close. This is my thoughts on Crustle. You lose to Gardevoir, you take a close Dragapult Dusknoir, which is already a bad start.
And you beat
But then you
everything
do
else.
beat everything else. You probably do. I think it's a B tier.
Zoroark.
I was gonna say B.
I don't think you can be an A when you take a bad Guardy and a close Dragon Dusk.
I would
Yes,
take
you
top
beat
of
everything
B.
else. I get it. I like top of B. I actually think it's a
Okay,
good play for Worlds.
I'm
and
not
I
putting
think
it
Red-
above Zoroark. Zoroark beats it.
Zoroark does beat it. They just swing with Darm, reversal Darm,
Yeah.
punching.
Well, you can't even one-shot with that
Yeah, you do. You hit for weakness.
if they have a Lux Cape.
Oh, I have to do it twice. Guess what? Darm also
But-
survives getting punched by Superb Scissors.
How much HP does it have? 140.
Yeah,
They could Monkey Dory.
maybe. Anyway,
Zoroark
the
should not
actual fire
lose to
deck that is
Crustle.
actually.
I would
so,
put it in B tier.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's a
agree.
good
B tier.
play. I think it's a good play if you're the type of player that doesn't think you can skill your way to the top and you need to get a little bit lucky. You dodge the Gardevoirs, you get lucky against the Dragapult Dustlords, you can boss away their Dragapult or their dust pieces before they get into the Shadow Bind. You beat the other stuff. I don't think you can fault anyone for playing it. I personally wouldn't touch it.
I mean, I would also put it underneath like Guardy Jelly because you just lose to Guardy Jelly.
Yeah, but that's not
I'm
gonna
not
be a
sure that's
plate
as
deck.
bad of a matchup as regular Guardy because Jelly is
That's
an
fair.
EX.
Kitten, you are like messing up our recording.
I like
Oh,
it in B tier.
All right.
okay. I think the next deck Joe's actually going to have a lot of opinions on after his cup experience,
Come here. Come
and
here.
I really am curious to see
What do you
if it's
want? What do you
evolved.
want? Yes, I love you.
God damn it.
The cat cam.
Um, Joe, I'm really curious your opinion on the next deck. Ethan's Typhlosion.
Lay down, baby.
Uh,
I feel like your opinion has to have changed because for anybody who doesn't know, Joe was in top 4 at my cup, and it was Dragapult. What was it? 2 Dragapults, one with Dustoor.
two
Joe on
Dragapult Dustnors, me on Straight Pull, and then
no,
Ethan. Or no,
no.
Dragazard.
You're
It
back.
was
Dragadust,
Dragon. It was
Dragazard,
all 3
Dragapult.
variants of Dragapult and a
Yep.
Ethan's
Yeah.
Typhlosion.
Yeah.
And the Typhlosion damn near almost like literally, if the dude hadn't put down a Pidgey, he would have beaten the Dragazard and probably played Joe in finals.
Yeah.
I think the deck has legs, and the more that the meta has like evolved and people have been playing the deck, the better I think the deck is.
I really don't think it's a bad deck at all.
I
My
hate that it has
problem
legs.
with it is that I'm gonna sound like a broken fucking record. You lose to Gardevoir, you lose to Dragapult Dusknoir. That means it's unplayable.
You're messing up. You just
So C
went
tier.
too far again.
I would
Beats Goldango.
Lay on my lap.
I would probably put it in D
Can
tier.
you stay?
Like you beat Goldengo, but you
Uh,
lose to Grimmsnarl, Dragadusk, Gardevoir. You beat Crustle.
You do beat
Sure.
Crustle.
Nope. They put in the
Counter the
Dox Fund.
counter.
They
Counter
put
the
in the
counter.
Dox Fund.
I don't know. I would put it in D, but I wouldn't be mad about C. I
I
think it'll
think
be
it
very
is C
highly
tier.
played.
I think it is bottom of C tier, but I think it is at the same level as Joltik.
I
Yeah.
would rather play. I'd rather play Joltik. I feel like you at least have a better shot against Guardian Dragadusk with Joltik than
Yeah.
Ethan's.
We'll let Ben take away the next one.
Okay, so this is very clearly I want to say it's an S tier deck. However, I only think there is one S tier deck in the format right now, and that is Dragapult Dusk. However, Grimmsnarl is very clearly an A tier deck. I think that there is very few things wrong with the deck. I think late game Iono's hurt. I think you can tech for that. If you are scared of late game Ionos, you can play something to fix that. I think the deck beats Gardevoir so easily. You have decent lines into Golden Go. People say that that is a bad matchup, and I'm not. I don't. My
It's a bad
experience
matchup.
says that that is not that bad. My Mickey run where I made top 16 in that Mickey, I went through 2 Golden Goes very easily. Felt very confident in that matchup. I feel like I've navigated the lines very well. I think Flareon is not unwinnable anymore. I think that they are slowly starting to cut their pieces that hurt that make that matchup less favorable. Like they're cutting Sylveon, which is just helping Grimmsnarl further. It's very clearly A tier. I almost would put it above Golden Go.
So I agree, it's A tier. I just think it's a great deck. I also am struggling to move anything on the tier list anymore because my cat has decided to lay on my keyboard.
I would put it in A tier.
Oh,
I think your only real concern,
Look.
dude, teach your cat some discipline.
Dude, it's not possible with them.
I was about to say cats don't learn discipline.
They-
You know where mine is currently asleep on
Kitten.
I have a paper towel
Come
roll on
here.
the floor, and mine has said
Come
that's a
here.
pillow now.
I don't know where Peaches is, but she's probably somewhere she's not supposed to be right now. So, despite me, so
So I think
Aw.
we're all in agreement that Grimmsnarl's an A tier deck.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I would put it in A. I think you have a good Gardevoir matchup. I think Dragapult's fine. Don't think the Golden Go matchup's very good. I think one good thing is that Raging Bolt probably is not going to see very much play, at least in my opinion. It shouldn't. So that's a positive for Grimmsnarl. It's not an unwinnable matchup by any means, but it's not a matchup that you're fine to see lose popularity. So to me, like you're fine in Nagardi, you're good in Nagardi, you're fine in a Dragapult. Your
Right.
Golden goes a little rough. I feel like the rest of the field's pretty fine. I think it's a super good deck, very skill expressive, very powerful. I think it's a no-brainer A. I would not put it over Gardevoir or Golden Go though.
Okay, I will settle with that
I
because
think
I
it's a
know
great
how
play
Joe
though.
feels.
I think it's a great play.
Yeah. I don't think
I
you're
mean,
going anywhere wrong picking
And
Grimmsnarl.
Grimmsnarl is it's just such a strong deck.
yeah. All right, I think we're getting into the LDF picks from
Um,
here.
A little bit.
Well, okay, we should just jump ahead to the last real deck first.
Yeah, let's do that first. All right. Sarah Ledge.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Joe,
No,
you can take
item lock. The
Joe-
Frostlass item lock.
Joe, take it away.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe. How Joe? Tell us why Dragapult, Purepult, as you like to call it, is the BDIF and should be an S tier and is better than Dragapult Dusknoir.
So I would put it in the top of A. I personally think straight Dragapult is favored into every deck in the format besides Gardevoir. And I still think Gardevoir is like a 40-60. I think your second worst matchup is Golden Go, which I think is probably a 45-55, 50-50. But I think you're extremely favored in the Dragapult Dusknoir, which we've already said is the best deck and the most popular deck in the format. I think you take a very good Grimmsnarl, a very good Raging Bolt, a very good Joltik box. So I think your matchup spread is just absolutely outstanding. We've mentioned a lot of these decks have multiple matchups that are suspect, right? Like for example, Gardevoir takes a bad Grimmsnarl and Golden Go. What else? We said Grimmsnarl takes a bad Joltik, a bad Eevee, Golden Go, right? So a lot of these decks that are at the top take multiple bad matchups, whereas Dragapult Dusknoir and straight Dragapult only take one bad matchup, potentially in Gardevoir, maybe Golden Go is a little even sus, sorta. But I think overall your matchup spread is just absolutely ridiculous. I think you're inherently one of the most consistent and powerful decks. I also think Maractus is completely overpowered right now. I win so many games against a lot of the top decks because they have no out to Maractus. I'll get my board wiped, I'll brick, but Maractus enables me to buy back almost infinite turns in some games. So to me, if played well, if the right list is brought, I think it has the chance to win Worlds, and I think it's an absolutely amazing deck. And I think a lot of people's perceptions around its matchups are incorrect. A lot of people think Grimmsnarl just destroys it. Not the case at all. I would say it's like 70-30 for Dragapult.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, that's just my win rate against Grimmsnarl is like probably 90%. It's just I win every game I play against it. Double Monkey Dory, double Turo is just so powerful.
Your list is also really good.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I think a lot of people misunderstand this deck. You have play in every matchup. It kind of feels similar-ish to Poltnor, where you kind of feel almost 50-50 in everything, but the difference is you have a little bit more consistency and less power without the Dusknoirs and a little bit worse of a Gardevoir matchup. But I think that's made up in the fact that now you get to play the cards like Turo and Brock and Maractus, and you have a better matchup into the Grimmsnarls and into some of the other decks. So to me, it's top of A. I think it's one of the best plays for Worlds if you expect a lot of Dragapult Dusknoir and you can hope to dodge some Gardevoirs. Yeah, I just wish people put the gave it the respect that it deserves.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think that's
I
spot
agree
on.
with top of A.
I think, yeah, and I agree. I think its only downfall, other than what Joe's like outlined, is that Joe, you yourself have said it's a very hard deck to play.
It's incredibly difficult.
It's like I don't think I've ever really played a perfect game with the deck. Maybe like
The
once or
lines
twice.
with straight pult are invisible, so you have to be able to see the invisible lines.
Yeah, so I think that's like its big weakness is that if you are picking up straight pole to bring to Worlds and you have not run a lot of games with it,
You need so many games.
I think
At this
then
point, you
it's
should
going
have.
to not be a good pick for you. Like at this point, if you are thinking of going to Worlds and you're picking up straight pull, don't. I don't think that that's the route. If you've been playing it for like 2 months, like Joe has, then yes, definitely the pick for you. But I just think that its difficulty itself is its downfall.
Right.
But I agree, Tay.
Alright, I finally got my cat to sit not on my keyboard.
I think there is one more deck
happened?
here that we might want to touch on because I think it might be a little bit of a sleeper pick.
Oh, that's fair.
I think Terra Box is really well positioned right now. And I think that it might be a bit of a sleeper pick based like everything else down here, like Toad Scroll, Roaring Moon, Badu, Frostlass, Saralich, Archaladon,
They're just all D tier.
Yeah.
they're all below D tier.
Yeah,
but
they're
I
immediate D
don't- we don't
tiers.
need to talk about those decks, Mitch.
But I think Terra Box might be like a B tier play right next to Flareon.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
A
I
Shaman is not
completely
in
agree.
decks.
I
Like,
would
there
even
is
be
no
convinced to
Shaman.
put it in A tier, personally. I think no one's thinking about the deck. We know
And
it's
also no one's
inherently
playing
extremely
Shaman.
powerful. No one's playing Shaman. A lot of the Dragapult decks have moved away from from Unfair Stamp to Neo Upper Energy, which is
Right.
why I think it lost a level of success in a tournament like Atlanta. Obviously, people were not prepared for it, whereas in the Japan Championships, they weren't. But I think Unfair Stamp was the ending of that deck, right? A lot of Dragapults were able to just itchy
Yeah.
pollen capture Unfair Stamp,
Mhm.
get back into the game. I think now it's a lot harder to make plays like that because after you get Wellsprings, you're not stamping them, you're Ionoing them, which is still strong, but not as strong. So to me, I think the right Terra Box list and the right player can win
I could
Worlds.
see it doing well. Like, I almost agree. I almost kind of like don't hate throwing
I
it
don't
in A.
I don't want to put it in A just because it is quite undefined. Like
Right.
it is almost like a rogue pick.
Mhm.
So I feel a little bit safer putting it in B, but I would not be shocked if it became a popular-ish archetype after Worlds.
What about top of B?
I think top of B is fair.
That's fine with me. Because I feel like a lot of the decks we have in B are like those decks we know are strong but are a little bit fringe. I think
Right.
Terra Box kind of fits in with like the Zoroark and the Gardevoir Jellicent.
Yeah.
I agree.
I definitely wouldn't put it any higher than Zoroark personally.
I mean, Zoroark's
Yeah, I
my
mean,
call, and I kind of want to put
it's
it higher
tough to
than
compare
Zoroark.
those decks, but I think they're all close-ish in terms of where they should be ranked.
All right.
All right. Well,
That's
that's the tier list.
Yeah.
So, with that being said,
Gotta get this on Twitter soon. Gotta get it on Twitter.
I'm
we will.
taking a
Don't worry.
snapshot right now, man.
Wait, we need Ben, we need to do our predictions.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Oh.
say. We're gonna
And
do
now,
the predictions.
yes.
What is winning Worlds?
And who's playing it, and why?
Yes.
I mean,
Ben, you want to go first?
I have to say somebody's winning with Grimmsnarl. As I mean,
I mean, there's a
believed in
couple.
this
Like,
deck.
I feel like good calls for who would be taking like Grimmsnarl and who would win with it.
I think Grimmsnarl wins. I think it's probably Piper. I think Piper gets her dub. She's playing something really close to her NAIC list that got her top 8. Maybe it's just Nobadu, fourth monkey. Maybe Fez. I know Tim Danklin was hinting that he was interested in Grimmsnarl. So maybe it's Tim Danklin. God, it'd be so cool to see him win. Sadly, I think he's gonna get stuck on Crustle based on his last YouTube video.
I don't know. This morning I looked at the views. It's at 18K.
Oh, don't worry. I paid a bot. We're working on it. We are working on it. $400 bots. We're getting it going. We're gonna get that farm going. I'm gonna make that man.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Oh no, but like it could be Tim. I think it's gotta be.
You gotta pick
I
one,
gotta
though.
root for Grimmsnarl. It's either that or I think it's gonna be Isaiah Bradner on probably one of the weirdest Golden Go lists we will ever see.
Okay, but you have to choose one as
Oh
your
god, I have to pick
official locked
one.
in
Yeah, what are you locking in
person
on?
and deck.
All right, Piper on Grimstarl.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I
oh
feel
God,
like
I
I
know
know
Joe's
Joe's
though.
guess, but
I don't know
I don't
who is
know if I know Joe's
saying
guess.
I mean, wait, can I do a Joe prediction? A prediction of Joe's prediction?
No, here, write it down on a
He's not
like.
gonna get it. He's not gonna get it.
I mean, pretty sure I have an idea too.
Well,
That's.
Joe,
I
or are
mean,
you gonna write it
Joe's
well, I'll
down?
gonna
type it in
leave us in
chat. I'll type it in
suspense.
chat.
Yeah, hit like yeah.
Don't hit enter until
I'm
Joe
gonna hit
predicts.
enter the
Yeah.
second Joe says it.
Okay, go
All
ahead,
right.
Joe.
All right. So, like I said, I think Dragapult Dusknoir has the most even overall matchup spread. And I think the best Dragapult Dusknoir player in the world is Andrew Hedrick. So I think Andrew Hedrick's going to win with Poltmar.
I was wrong.
I don't
For
hate
all the
your
viewers, I said that Joe was gonna guess Tord.
with
Yeah, I
straight
mean, Tord with straight Dragapult is honestly like probably my second choice.
I don't hate the Hedrick guess though.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't hate that either.
It will no, it will be Hedrick with Dragapult Dusknoir.
It will be.
It will
Joe's
be.
manifesting it.
So I have another crazy prediction. I think we're gonna get a control in top 8, and I think it's gonna be Xander.
I think there's
If
zero
it's anyone,
potential.
it's Sander.
I think Xander gets a cut with crazy control, and we're all so back.
Control is not even on this tier list.
Yeah.
Because it's so bad.
Can we
'Cause
can
it'd
we
be an
discuss when
F.
has Xander ever played anything on a tier list?
But see,
I
that's the
mean,
thing.
that's a good
Sander
point, but
Couple
Sander is a
times.
very different
Yeah.
individual.
Xander is really a different breed, and I really want to root for him this world.
Listen, it'd be awesome to see Xander with some crazy control pile.
it would be
I
very
would love
cool.
to see that. I just think with Dragapult with Dusknoir being such a popular card right now, and inherently Dusknoir being so bad for control decks, I just don't know if this is the environment, but I'm also not
Maybe once we get
going to
Psyduck.
doubt Sanders' ability to cook up something masterful.
Yeah.
And I would love to see that as well. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Whew.
Oh, that's
Well,
Worlds. We know who
that's
wins. We know what
Worlds.
decks we're gonna see.
Well,
We're gonna see
then,
Hedrick win Worlds. That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
And honestly, wait, I believe if it is Hedrick, we also know what sleeves he's gonna use.
exactly. I was gonna say if Hedrick wins, then he's going to be repping FCBC armor. Ooh,
Best sleeves in the game.
they are. They're so good.
Hold on.
So good. Beautiful sleeves. Beautiful sleeves. I mean,
These-
Joe, you played with them at the cup. How'd they feel?
Oh my God. Oh, so crisp.
I
Did any break?
I don't. I think he had
Almost.
more. Do you want me to call you out, Joe? Do you want me to call you out right now? I think I had more issues with his cards bent and damaged than I had with his sleeves when I performed it. The sleeves held up to Joe
Alex
absolutely
did
destroying
think
his
when I remember I
cards.
was shuffling and Alex was like, I think I just saw a sleeve break. And then we like looked through the deck and it just wasn't.
Yeah,
That's funny.
He's just trying to fuck with you.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like,
was like, hey, let me flip through the deck real quick. I was like, no, there's nothing.
there's
But no.
no broken sleeve.
Yeah, not a single issue with any of his sleeves through like that entire tournament.
Which is good.
Say this correctly. Also, with FCBC, they are running a promotion now through Worlds Weekend. I'm gonna pull it up to
I
make
got it.
sure,
I got it. I
but
got
I'm
it
pretty
memorized.
sure. Okay,
You-
we got a
if
memorization
you
over here.
put 3 packs of any FCBC sleeves into your cart, as well as a FCBC tube, you will receive your FCBC mat tube for free with your
Yes.
order.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I actually have a cart set up and ready to go, and I just got paid today, so
Yep.
I'm buying some
I
extra
actually don't
sleeves.
have a tube yet. I probably am gonna do that.
I need a tube as well, and I saw that promo, and I was just like, "Whoo, that would look very nice. That would look very nice." FCBC armor tube.
I lost my tube. Well, like I guess like I don't know what they call it. They call it a sleeve, I guess, for the world's mats. I have a world's
yeah.
mat from Hawaii, and I lost it, so I really could use a new tube.
The tube. I think and now I'm derailing from the sponsorship, but like I don't think the sleeves for the mats, I don't find them like super enticing ever.
They're not useful. They suck.
No, I don't particularly like them.
I mean, my mats get raw dogged in my backpack all the time. They're just there, living in there. So if you ever see me pull out my mat, it is unprotected. That poor guy is getting beaten
you need
up.
a nice tube.
I think I need a tube, and then I can show off that beautiful tube on the sponsorship.
And it's got the super dope FCBC logo on the top too.
Just so cool. So cool. Yeah. FCBC armor, best sleeves in the game, best tubes in the game, amazing binders as well.
Yeah.
So
they have top loader binders too. If you're a top collector, I only recently found this out while I was in Rose. They have top loader binders, which is super cool. And I had never seen that before. So if you'd like rare cards, get yourself a top loader binder from them.
Yeah. So yeah, FCBC armor. We love them. Support them. We're sponsored by them.
That's about everything though for the week, right?
Yeah, I think that's all for us at this point.
Everything. I'm sure we'll be talking about Worlds as it's happening on our Twitters. Maybe some of us will be streaming during it.
I'm gonna be busy both day 1 and day 2 of Worlds. I will probably be silent, but so don't look for me.
I will be busy watching Worlds.
I have friends in the airport.
So.
Yeah, see, I thought I had friends, but they're doing other stuff instead of watching Worlds with me. So you know what?
This is my friend's fault. So my friend had to reschedule a birthday party for Saturday, and we were gonna have a Worlds watch party, and I had to cancel it because this friend took precedence, unfortunately. So,
what about you, Joe? What are you doing this weekend?
Friday, I'm watching Worlds. Saturday,
going to the shore.
I think I am.
He's going to, an exclusive private beach off of the Caribbean and everything. And he gets there on his private jet.
We say go to the shore, we mean we're going to Atlantic City. When he says going to the shore, he's going to the Bahamas.
Yeah. Yeah. Just in his private jet, sleeping in a nice comfy bed.
And watching Worlds all at the same time.
That's crazy. You got Worlds on the big screen too. Like, Joe, share the love. Share the private jet.
He has a smartwatch that's going to have Worlds streaming the entire time. So he'll just be sitting there like this.
I was going to say, Sunday is a cup.
You don't have a watch? You have a private jet, but you don't have a watch?
You feel like the type of person that wears watches. Okay, this is so off topic.
But yes, no, Joe, you wear suits. You should have a watch.
You should have a watch.
I think no watch is more aura.
No, once you get the watch, it enhances.
Okay, so Ben disappeared.
And we're talking about watches.
The rest of us should too.
I'm just saying, the watch brings a lot. The watch brings a lot. So consider the watch. So
listen, anyway. I just want to say one thing to the viewers. Yeah. Anyone going to Worlds, good luck.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Play your heart out.
Prove us wrong if you're playing one of those D tier decks.
Yes, please. We're always happy to be wrong. Always happy to learn from things that our mistakes and our perceptions on things. Maybe we're incorrect. It's always good to learn. You can't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
However, this tier list might be perfect.
It might be.
It could be perfect.
I don't know. My kid might come in here and fight where you put Maride on.
Do we put Felicity in the outro too?
Dear Lord. No, I need to go.
Yeah. All right. Okay, that's it. Anyone got any last minute thoughts, prayers, anything?
Everyone be safe and have fun at Worlds.
Yes. If you're spectating, have fun. Yeah, be safe, please. Be aware of your surroundings. I heard there's already a few issues at the convention center. So yeah, please be safe. Don't get in trouble. Listen to the staff, please. So please listen to the staff. We want to keep having world championships where we can go spectate. So, all right. I think that's it. please check out all of our social media. It will be below the video. Team Boss for Game. If you want more content, just, come to the Attach and Pass podcast YouTube channel. We got tons of stuff. We got vlogs, we got podcasts. Hopefully we have more in the future. With that,
follow me on Twitter.
Yes. Follow everyone on Twitter, please. And follow the team Twitter too. Team Twitter needs to be followed.
We want to get it back up to where the old
person
one
who
was.
runs it is so sexy, and it would make them really happy. So, so yeah. Anyway, okay, that's all I got to say. See you guys next week, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Peace out.